Okay, I am out here messing with my total boat epoxy again. And just in case you didn't see the other one, this is the black that I'm using. I poured out what was it? I can't remember now. I poured out, I take that back, 5 uh, on the scale, and then with the first one, and then 5 with the second one, and mixed it really, really good in just a solo cup. That way I can just throw them away, and I don't feel bad about throwing away a little, not expensive, but one of those store-bought buckets that are a little more money. And I'm just using some stir sticks. And then after I mixed it really, really well, I put in my pigment, and then I mixed it again, and then I poured it into a second solo cup. And then I stopped at my local feed store, and I got this big old syringe. I don't know what it's used for, but that's a big syringe. And I got this, and I just got through cleaning it out, but there's the plunger for it. And I just started right here on this corner, and where the wormholes had filled up, and then the epoxy had seeped way down into the wormhole where I had a little divot still. And it was really, I wish I'd have had one of those yesterday, because I could put it right in the hole. As you can see, I got a big mess, but 99% of that's from yesterday. If I'd have had that syringe yesterday, this would not look like that. It was so much easier. If you got a lot of wormholes or bug holes where bugs have chewed on the wood, go to your local feed store, or I don't know, maybe Tractor Supply or wherever you can get stuff for livestock in your area, and get one of those. See how I missed one right there. I know I'm gonna have to do some more again, but that's kind of what they looked like. There's 3 of them right there. But you can see where I refilled this one right here and this one. See, I'm able to get it right on top of it. And just out of curiosity, I wanted to see what would happen. You can see some sanding marks here. I put a piece of 100 grit sandpaper on it and just sanded off this area. And it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it's not gonna be too bad to sand off. I just sanded this area where I had these 3 just to give me a little spot to try. And I learned a little trick the other day. I've got 2 of these sanders, and I was sitting here sanding, and I'm like, I got 2 hands, and I got 2 sanders, and I sanded this edge, and then I went and got my other sander and hooked it up, and I just put 1 sander in each hand. Both of them had whatever grit paper. I think I started out with that 40 grit paper up there, and I just started doing small circles with the 2 sanders, and I had pencil marked the whole top of this thing, so you can see where you've been. And I just started going across it with 2 sanders. And man, it made it nice, because by the time I'd get all the pencil marks off here, this one over here was starting to, erase my pencil marks. And then by the time I scooted over, it just, like I said, it's almost like having 2 people. Well, it was having 2 people working. I had 2 sanders, so 2 hands. It was going really fast, and it worked really good. I just put on the 40, did it, then I put on the 60, did it, and then I put on 80 and did it, in 100, and then 120, and I thought I had some 180, and I didn't. And so I jumped up to 200. I think it was 220. I can't remember now. That was yesterday. I've slept. Anyways, I went over it a bunch of times and got it slicked up pretty good. I was trying to make sure I had everything pretty good and even, and I just wanted to give it a real good sanding before I did this, so I could make sure I was able to see any wormholes anywhere. And now I've got to, of course, do it all over again. I tried it with 100 grit just to see what would happen, but I'm probably going to go back down to maybe 80 grit and then start over again. But like I said, that'll just give me an opportunity. It gave me an opportunity to get like these little seams leveled out a little better and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to show you guys how things were looking, and like I said, I'd give anything if I'd have had those that syringe yesterday. See, there's one right there where it settled in a little bit more. But before I fill them again, I'm going to sand the whole thing down, because some of those, see, there's a wormhole going this way instead of just straight down. It's laying out long ways. And nope, I didn't get that one. So there's another one I missed. But I'm going to sand the whole thing down before I do it the next time. I did this yesterday. Now see, here's one that I just touched it. There's one right there that I did feel, and it filled the hole up and went down it again. So I'm going to have to do it a 3rd time, and I know that. Plus this one up here, I don't know. see any, let me stick my hand. I don't think this one right here goes all the way through. I just think up inside of there, it's a big cavity. That's the second time. And this particular epoxy that I'm using, they said don't go real thick with it, do lots of pores, and that's the second pour in that hole. So that must be a bigger hole than I think it is. And then this crack right here, you can see I just filled it up a little bit ago and it's already settled back out again. So I might come out here tomorrow night. It might be next weekend. It just depends on what happens at work tomorrow. Well, I've got to unload all my tools that I used this morning and get all my tools for tomorrow loaded up. And I just wanted to make a quick little video and show you what I did this morning out here. I thought that syringe, I'd give anything if I'd had this yesterday. That would not be that big a mess. It'd be more like this over in here, just little dribbles and drops instead of splatters everywhere. Well, you guys take care, and thanks a lot for checking in with me. I really do appreciate it.